Hello everyone, this is TCG Games GL, and today we have Dragon Rulers. I love this archetype. The last time I was super competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Rulers were a top tier archetype. They did not have these guys. So, 3 Spectral, 3 Lightning, so 3 of each baby. 3 Reactin, 3 Stream, 3 Burner, and then this one's a 1 of. You don't need to play 3. Okay? So, if you don't know, these all have a discard effect, discarding itself and another dragon, or fire monster to special summon its parent dragon from deck. Okay? Can only use effect once per turn. This one allows you to discard itself and another dragon or light monster to add 2 dragon rulers from deck to hand. Okay? So as your searcher, you ideally want to open with that. Right? And you just want to fill your dragons into the grave. As all of your parent dragons can special summon themselves by banishing dragons or their affiliated type from grave to special itself. They can only use one of their effects per turn. These also can search if they're banished. So if this is banished, you could add a wind monster. A wind dragon, I believe. Yeah, 1 wind dragon. So play 2 of each. We don't need 3. They also have discarding effects as well. Like this can discard itself and another wind monster to search. This can discard itself and 1 fire to pop a card. We only use 1 of their effects per turn. They're summoning the banished 2 dragons is an effect. You must remember, everything listed on these cards are effects, and they can only use 1 of those effects once that turn. Okay, so if you use the search effect for this, you can't special summon it using its effect. Okay, you gotta remember that. 2 Tidal, which when you discard, dumps a monster from deck to grave. This can discard itself in an earth to special summon 1 from your graveyard. Redox. And to mix this archetype with something else, I decided to do Armed Dragon. So there's 3 Pile Armed, which is another level 7 to go for your rank 7s. 3 Armed Dragon, level 7s. So all the Armed Dragons, when they're discarded for a cost by a dragon effect, they all have effects. Okay? So this one allows you to add 1 Armed Dragon card from deck to hand. This one, Armed Dragon level 5, when it's discarded, allows you to special summon. If this card is sent to the graveyard, activate a monster. Dragon monster's effect, you add 1 level 5 or higher wind dragon. And then the level 3 lets you draw a card. So each of these, if you haven't played a level deck before, if you were to normal summon him, you can tribute another dragon in hand to send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard and send this card to the graveyard to get the level 5. Then you can do the same for the level 5 to get to the level 7. Okay, and you're sending it as a cost to activate the effect, meaning you'll get their effects there, again, once per turn. Okay, Pile Armed is a little different than the rest of them because he can send 1 other Wind Dragon monster or level 7 or higher dragon monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon it from hand. So he's really just there for a free summon. Well, not free because you're discarding, but again, you're sending 1 of these to get their effects. Or you're sending a dragon ruler, and then you're just going to banish 2 dragons to special summon it anyway. So it's really like a rank 7 turbo. Play 1 Gold Sark, because if you banish any of this stuff, they get their effects. 3 here, there be dragons. Special summon 1 dragon remover from your hand graveyard or banishment. Then You can XYZ summon one Dragon Ruler XYZ monster you control, using monsters you control. During the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target any number of banished Dragon Ruler monsters with different attributes and return to the grave. That's really strong. And then 3 armed Dragon Flash allows you to special summon 1 level 3 armed dragon monster from your deck in defense. So it gets your level 3. It's a nice free summon. So there's the main deck. It's quite a fun deck to play. And here's where our rank 7s come in. 1 Disaster. I'll get to him later. Chasma. So we play 2. And then we play 2 Eclipse. So here's your light and your dark. And this guy's real interesting because he lets you copy. So, quick effect, you can send 1 level 7 Dragon Ruler monster to the deck to the graveyard and attach material. This effect becomes that sent monster's effect that discards itself to activate. So it copies the effect. But remember, once you use that effect, you can't use the other dragon's effects, unfortunately, because the effect can only be used once per turn. If this card is destroyed by battle, or this card in own possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 level 7 Dragon Ruler monster from your graveyard or banishment. So it needs 3,000. That is a quick effect. So you can like send Blaster to grave to pop a card. Then we have Eclipse. This card's XYZ summon. You target 1 level 4 lower Dragon Ruler monster in your graveyard or banishment. Special summon 1 level rank 7 Dragon Ruler monster that is mentioned on that targeted monster from the deck or banishment. Then shuffle the targeted monster into the deck. When your opponent activates a spell or trap, or effect a quick effect, you attach 2 materials from this card and negate the activation if you do banish it. So he's a spell trap removal. And this guy, Disaster, this requires 2 rank 7 monsters. So you're actually going to use these 2 and overlay over it. Goal of this guy is, when it's XYZ summoned, you could target up to 4 level 7 Dragon Ruler monsters in your graveyard and your banishment. Attach them to this card. Then you can banish all monsters from your opponent's field and graveyard with the same attribute as this card's material. So you'll have light and dark underneath, and then if you have all 4 attributes of your other Dragon Rulers, you could banish basically everything they control. You can only use its effect once per turn. When this card has light, dark, earth, water, fire, and wind Dragon Ruler monsters as material, it gains 4,600 attack and defense. Also, it is unaffected by other card effects. So it's a huge just win. You just win the game off of this. If you can get all 4. That's the tricky part. And then I play Blaze, Supreme Ruler of all dragons. 2 level 7 monsters. You can attach material to this card. Destroy 2 cards. 1 from your hand or field and 1 your opponent controls. Banish total of 2 fire dragon and or dragon monsters from your hand or graveyard. Special summon this card from the graveyard. But return it to the extra deck when it leaves the field. You know what's interesting is you have a fire. I kind of want them to make a water, wind, and earth XYZ to go with the theme. They have a fire one. Why not make 1 of each attribute? That'd be pretty cool. So, and then I think they need, if I were to add support for this deck, an in-deck light Dragon Ruler and an in-deck dark, so an effect monster. Because you got the babies, but you don't have the parents. I know these are considered, right? But I want a dark and light in here. So, because the deck is out of fashion. The deck used to be one of the greatest decks ever made, ever produced by Yugioh and Konami and all that. And now, I mean, it's nothing. I mean, this deck can't keep up whatsoever. So, and then there's other variants. Like there's a Dragoonity variant you could play that's actually pretty good. That one's more competitive because the combos is ridiculous. This deck is very straightforward. Make your XYZs. And there's other rank 7s you can play. I just grabbed what I have. So, but I figure I'll make the deck. I'll test it out. It's fun to play. I like playing it. But you're going to struggle. So, unfortunately. I'd like 1 or 2 more cards of support. Alright. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Hit the like button.